Welcome to another edition, but this is a holiday special actually. I've stuck in my mind. Didn't have a guest. Ah, oh, got a big pimple. But anyway, so my guest is under the weather, so I decided just to throw a quick holiday special and just be thankful for and just talk about everything I'm thankful for because this has been a pretty great year. Actually, this week has been great as well. Last few weeks, my podcast has been doing well on the audio aspect side of it, so I'm really excited. And this week, I've been recognized as one of Facebook's rising creators, so I'm excited, man. It's been a good week. It's been a great year, actually. All the networking. I actually got to attend Podfest this year. We'll be attending Podfest again next year, actually next month in January. So I'm excited for that. But it was a great experience to do that. Me and Poppy J went down, had a great time, networked, met some amazing people, and I'm just thankful for that. And what else? Oh man, being able to host Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. It was a blessing to have Snowman have faith in me and invite me to co-host on my days or on the days that I'm available to do it. So I'm thankful for that. And those guys are amazing. I'm learning so much from them on doing live shows. Let's see who's in the chat right quick. What's up, Ben? Big shout out to the BS3 network where we're airing on right now. What's up, Harold? How you doing, brother? It's Listen, my guest was sick, so I had to come up with a quick idea. I got to start having some black backup plans because yesterday the person I was scheduled to meet having on the show kind of didn't know they was scheduled, I guess, or forgot. What's up, Big Drew? What's going on? So what else? Just other than Drew is someone who I actually got to meet this year. Appreciate him. He's had me on his show. He's been on this show twice. We had a great time. He's actually one of the top viewed episodes. So big shout out to my man Drew Willingham, D Willie. What's going on? Big Tony, what's going on? Tony Kaz. Tony, actually, Kevin is coming on the show. He's on his way home from Walmart. So I sent them a link. He's gonna be on the show. Any of my podcasting brothers who want to come on or sisters who want to come on, let me know. Hit me up. I will send you a link. We can come on. You come on, chat up, and chat about whatever you're grateful for this year or your plans for next year. Whatever, man. Just let me know. I will shoot you over a link if anyone is interested. All right. Let's see. Oh, big shout out to my man, Ben, definitely from the BS3 network for giving me the opportunity to air Bobby J and Wise every Friday night, 10 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. Eastern time. It's a great show. Uh, Big shout out to everybody at the BS3 network. They have some amazing shows, so check them out. Check out the YouTube, check out the Roku channel. It's a great network, some great shows, some great talent on there. So definitely check it out. Check out my man Drew Willingham show, In and Out Debate. I was on, like I said, I was on there, had a great time. Guys, don't share your episodes out on the in the chat, please, so people can check you out. I definitely need y'all to go out and support these great content creators. Like I said, I've been blessed to meet so many great people on this journey. And I love podcasting, man. Just being able to come on here and entertain and share whatever knowledge I have and whatever knowledge my guests have. It's just been great. Tony Cass, go back to to back stream. Who's that paid Facebook user? Let's see who is that. I don't know who left that comment. Look, it might be Kevin. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, look it like it did. But yep, waiting for Kevin Neary to stop by. Anyone else interested, D Willie, if you got the time and you want to stop by, I can send you the link as well. Anybody, let me know. What is what do you guys got planned for the holidays? Is anyone cooking? Anybody out there? Any of the chat? No, I know I'm not. We're supposed to be going to the brother-in-law's house. Probably bring a dish or two, and that's about it. I don't know who's gonna cook. I don't. I'm just going to show up to eat, basically. Um. What's up, A Pizzle? Another fine example of someone that I met this year doing the snowman in the morning. Great dude, A Pizzle. What's going on, my brother? Even though he's a Dolphins fan, hey, got nothing but love for him. Oh man, but yes, just I was blessed. Big shout out to Alex Sanfilippo and the people at Pod Match. He actually blessed me and Poppy J with tickets to Podfest coming up next month. So it's been great, man. We had a great Tony. We had a great episode yesterday with illusionist Eric Reamer. What an amazing guest. That might be interesting. I've never. Oh, yep. Check out. There's the link. Everybody in the chat, check it out. Definitely check out the pod guys. I love them. I've been on there a couple of times as well. I think it's time for them to come back on the show. So when Tony has time, we got to set that up. Got to definitely get Sparky back on here as well. What's going on? Which one of my cousins is this? Because I have a lot of them. See, unless you accept the thing for StreamYard, I can't really see who the Facebook user is, but I'm sure it's one of my great amazing cousins. I have so many of them. I love you all. You all be killing it. So let's see. Look who it is. My friend Sarah. She says, "Hey, happy holidays, everyone." We actually had a Thanksgiving special, me, Sarah, and Wendy Coke. Um, we had a great time. It was a great show. So big shout out to my homegirl Sarah. Share your information so people go check you out. What's going on? My cousin Fonzo, what's up? This My cousin Fonzo is a hardworking entrepreneur. He be killing. He's doing his thing out there in Bushwick. He's got his own shop. He's like I said, he's an entrepreneur. He's doing what he's doing some big things. So big shout out to my cousin, man. What's going on, Fonzo? Big shout out to my man Sick Diggy. What's going on? See, Sick makes my show an international show, right? Sick, should let everybody know where you from. Um, oh man, this listen, I love my chat. This is why I transitioned to live. I say this all the time when I'm doing my show, is to be able to interact with people, make the audience a part of the show, and just have a good time, man. I'm just here to share some Feliz Navidad to you too, brother. Yes, what's going on? Say, yes, Sarah's show, the SJ Child show, which I've been on as well. She's been on my show as well. It's 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 just great to be able to connect and interact with some amazing content creators. It, Sarah's amazing. She actually I'm proud of her. She had her first event and it was amazing. She did Sarah, tell everybody the name of the event, and hopefully she'll be doing it annually. But she's got a lot of things coming up. Her show is amazing. So yes, Sarah, share everything you want to share in the chat because that's what we're here for. We're here to build and network, and like I said, there's some amazing people that I've networked with this year, man. Drew. I need you to share I need you to share your link too. My boy did all right, my man. Let's go. Let's get my man Drew Willingham on the show. Let's get him on here. What's going on? There we go. All right. You should be in your nope, nope. I don't want to send you that. Let me get this copy. All right. There we go. That's the right link. All right, Drew, if you got time, stop by. There we go. And anyone, yes, the 1 in 44 Tour Autism Summit, yes, it was a great event. She did some great things. Like I said, I'm very proud of her. She said she wanted to do an event and she did it. And now she's inspired me to do some events. So big shout out to Sarah, man. She definitely doing some big things. And I can imagine is Drew Willingham using the Slackjaw VPN? I don't know. You gotta ask. Maybe he can answer that when he comes on the show. Listen, anybody on my podcasting fam wants to stop by, let me know. I will shoot you over a link, and you can come and chop it up with me, chop it up with the chat. Everybody in the chat, definitely just let me know. Let's see, who else is out there? But like I said, I've been blessed, man, this year. Big shout out to my man Cole Johnson. Well, how can I forget my man who's blessed me with an intro and an outro? Well, yeah, intro and an outro. And he's hooked up my intro for me and Poppy J's show. And he's taught me so much about graphic design and creating logos and creating thumbnails and just a lot of production side of it. So big shout out to my man. Yeah, there he goes. There he goes. The man. What's going on, bro?
What's up, bro? Hey, can you hear me all right?
I hear you loud and clear, brother.
So I'm out in the dungeon where the good thinking times are made to make those productions. I'm not actually in the studio yet because I'm preparing for episode 64 at 8:05 tonight. I just got home from work. As you see, still repping the Geek Squad colors right here. I literally just pulled up in the driveway, got all that on still, so still rocking the full-time job, but I had to jump on here, man. I had to, give you a holiday shout out for one because
I appreciate it,
you
brother.
are one of the hardest working guys out here in these streets when it comes to the podcast game. And congratulations on that award that you got earlier and that recognition that you got where you share where you're up in the top 1% or whatnot. I love that. That was great.
Bro, I just saw that message this morning and it was amazing to see that. I'm like, I'm a rising creator of 1%. I'm like, what? But it's just me just doing what I love to do, being able to come on the mic, being able to chop it up with everybody I chop it up with. I actually enjoy it. Being able to have the conversation with my guests and spend time with them and learn, to me, is one of the best experiences.
Absolutely. I mean, in the world that we're in, like both of us in the podcast game, like we can't do this alone. Like your show, my show, like we got to have a counterpart. And the beautiful thing about both of our shows is weekly it's a new person each time. Well, in your case, you have several different episodes in a week and several different projects. And now that I'm doing the Sports Senseis Unleashed with Snowman, I can definitely, feel you when it comes to multiple projects in a week. I got the wrestling show starting up next month as well, which all the promo videos that have been coming out for the past 2 months, the hype is almost over, you guys. It's almost here. Plans are in place, and my guy Wise El Jefe is going to have to be on there for one of the first few
Oh,
episodes.
you already know. You already know when it comes to pro wrestling. Pro wrestling. We definitely have some great conversations. So I'm excited. I'm excited for you. Oh, I forgot to plug my new show coming out next year. Me and Cole Johnson are doing a project. We're working on the name. I think we've settled on the name. Now we're just working on the logo, but it's exciting times, man. It's to be able to create shows and help other people create shows is wonderful. I love it, man. To be able to express myself and to show other sides of me, like on Snowman in the Morning, I get to show whatever sports knowledge I have. On my show, Stuck in My Mind, I get to speak to coaches, entrepreneurs, be able to learn whatever I want, whatever's out there to help me grow as an individual. Then me and Poppy J's show, which is just us going through whatever is new in sports, entertainment, whatever we find interesting and chatting on and touching on that. So to be able to create all these projects and then wait, excited for my friend Angela Castillo. She's Angela Castillo Hernandez, who's has check out her website. I am wow. She's coming out with her podcast soon. What's going on to a Latina in Cali? How
Latina
you
and
doing?
Cali, what's
Yeah,
up? The one who saved me from COVID. Thank you very much for that
no,
elderberry syrup. I can't thank you enough.
she rocks, man. She's someone that's in Snowman in the morning. She definitely comes and reps and shows her love, and she comes on she stops by on my show when she can. Same thing with Sick, same thing with A Pizzle. These are people I've met through Snowman, and of course I met you through Snowman as well. But it's been great to build these networks, to be able to connect with all these amazing people. And you meet people from all walks of life, and I've met people that I feel that I'm going to be friends for a long time, because these are the relationships and these are the people, these are the like-minded people that they say you need to surround yourself.
Absolutely, because I mean, if you don't set yourself with the right like-minded people, like you don't want to be around people that are going to try to deter you away from your passions, right? And
Yeah,
you and I are both passionate about not just getting up on here and doing the podcast game and talking about, but producing as well.
yeah.
And you have as well have stepped up your game when it comes to that as well. I got so many people coming to me saying that like I'm setting the bar, and I'm like, I'm not, man. I'm just having a fun time. I'm getting ideas from other people. It's like watching Snowman in the morning, being a part of that live in the chat zone. I already had my show before that, but being a part of that, like in Cole with his productions and how he does his intros, that has helped me step my game up to where like this next new show that's coming out in January is going to probably be one of the best, if not the best projects I've ever done. And I had to attribute it to everybody, like you said, when it comes to networking. And you started off this show talking about networking as well and how that's gotten you to where now you're going to be going to that convention 2 years in a row, the pod convention or what now. So
Yeah.
Rome isn't built in a day. Like we got to start here to get to there. And you got to do it step by step by step. And you, brother, are proving it to everybody else. As long as you keep your head motivated, keep pushing through, as you're going to get to where you want to be at some point. And we're not where we want to be quite yet, but we're on the right track.
Oh man, we definitely, you can tell when you're on the right path, especially with how people interact with your show. Like I, I have people come who stop by every time I go live. I have people like yourself who stop by and always showing love. But this is from, but you got to do the same thing. Like I stop by everybody's show. If I might not stay for a long time, but if I see that you're live and I'm available, I'll stop by, and I'll stop by and share love. And but that's what you're supposed to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I acknowledge, at least in the In or Out Sports Debate, I acknowledge the comments in the middle and the end of the show because, there's certain shows where, like in Snowman Show and yours, where like it's kind of built around like the total interaction of the fans throughout the majority of the episode. I get so hyped up and so animated when they comment is that I could have a whole show of just the comments coming in and I'll lose track of what we got going on. That's why I had to compartmentalize middle and end to acknowledge the comments. And then we have fun with it along the way when it gets to that point as well. There's one thing I wanted to ask you though. So I was coming outside getting ready to jump on here, with you and talk. But there was a comment that was made that you had said that you were going to wait until I jumped on to acknowledge. What was that? I'm guessing it was from Sick.
I don't. Oh yes. Okay. It
Pop it
was.
on
It
up there. Let me
was.
see what you got.
It was from Sick. Hold on a second. Okay, there we go. Is Drew Willingham using the Slackjaw VPN?
If you've been slacking and on the download, use Slackjaw VPN, brought to you by Drew Willingham. Thank you for that one, Sick, because it was he got Cole to announce that. I want to say it was last week on like the Monday episode of Snowman in the Morning. Then Snowman and I did Sensei's Unleashed, the Sports Sensei's Unleashed episode 1 later that day. And Sick shows back up, and then I announced it. And I was like, Slackjaw VPN, proud sponsor, Drew Willingham. If you want to slack off on the down low, use Slackjaw VPN for smooth slacking. That's what it was.
But no, he's right. The chat always provides some great ads for Snow. And of course, the mad scientist runs with it. He, like, the guys in the chat will put something out there that be funny as hell, and the next thing you know, we have a commercial running. So
like
look,
all the stuff that Chris Bass says, and he makes
oh,
bro,
Bass
I
is
love
just
it.
unfiltered. But hold on 1 second. Oh, look who is here. My good friend, Jeff Dewalski. What's going on, Jeff?
What's up? Holiday cheers to you.
Oh man. I'm guessing you're excited for next month, brother.
I
You're
am
speaking
excited.
again.
It's gonna be fun to hang out again.
Yes, I got to hang out with Jeff at Podfest this past May, and we're gonna hang out again coming up in January. So I'm excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. A lot of
Yes,
fun.
it is.
Nice.
So Jeff, tell everybody the name of your show so they can go check it out.
The name of my show is Classic Conversations.
There we go.
How fancy is that? Pop culture interview show. So everyone should check it out. Voted best show ever
By Jeff.
By me, yeah.
By Jeff, yes. By Jeff.
It was just, I opened up the voting and closed it pretty quick. So so some people, you were close. You were in the top 10.
Oh, thank you. But Jeff has some amazing guests. You changed the name. It was
live from
rebranding.
Detroit, the Jeff Dwoskin show. But you know what I found when you're doing a 30-second promo? That's about 30 seconds right there. So it really was. It's kind of hard. Yeah. It was a few things. I didn't think it reflected the show after a while, and no one knew who I was, and what people thought it was a show about Detroit. And there's it was problematic. I enjoyed saying it, but ultimately
you had to rebrand. Yeah.
Picked a name that I thought was a little better reflective of the actual show, which is I have conversations, which many people are saying they're classic. Many people.
Many people.
Me again. Many
people.
But...
Jeff. Many people. Jeff. Yes.
Again, me. It was me that said it. But but I'm pretty confident about it.
I'm sure. No, but Jeff does have a great show. I was on the original version of it. I was not in Classic Conversations, or did I did Crossing the Stream?
You were on Crossing the Stream.
Yes.
Yeah,
one of his other shows. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Y'all have to check that out, Jeff. What's going on? I'm Drew, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes,
introduction. Stream.
Drew Willingham. This is Jeff Dewalski.
Nice to meet you, Drew. Nice to
meet you too. Yeah, we're just on here talking about basically how we met up this year. Through Snowman in the Morning and his path to where he is now. Man, it's awesome that he got to the top 1% or whatnot with that post he had earlier. So it's great recognition to have on this holiday week.
What was that on Facebook?
Yes, sir. Yes.
That's awesome.
I'm a rising creator, Jeff. Yes.
Yeah, I just that is amazing. I'm proud of you. You deserve it.
We've come a long way, Jeff. Me and Jeff, we were connected by someone we will not name. He is Voldemort to us. So
yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, I saw that. So congratulations. That's why that's why I'm here, just to drift off your coattails.
Oh no, but you talking about, man? You're doing some amazing stuff, man. You're speaking at Podfest.
I am speaking. Yes.
You have a business venture with your brother.
I have a business venture with my brother.
Yes.
I have a company called Stampede Social, which we're trying to build out the application to. It was built for large brands, but we're trying to make it for podcasters and stuff like that to make it a little more affordable to help people drive awareness of their shows and programs, specifically on Instagram. So some cool stuff. So, but
see, I want to be like you.
I know. I'm a man of mystery and many talents.
I want to be like you. You're doing many things, brother. You're doing a lot of some great things, man. I'm watching. Believe me.
Thanks.
I gotta learn some.
My brother's been podcasting way more than me. I mean, he's got, I think, thousands of shows under his belt,
Wow.
and he has an insane little podcast empire there. So,
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. I was like, oh, Jeff is doing some good. Him and his brother are doing the all right.
well,
I
we know
see you.
we did some consulting. We worked with some companies to do some consulting, and then we put together like a book, an ebook for it, and then we decided we'd create videos to go with the ebook if someone just wanted to kind of just do it, because it's how it is. Sometimes you just need the right push, right? So it's kind of just put together to say, all right, here, just buy this. You can probably get through it. And then you're fine. You can just do it. Sure, you can Google stuff too, but it's all kind of in one place, and we kind of talk through
It's
some stuff.
it's
And
it's always good to be able to go to reference one place and be able to, because all of us here are independent podcasters, and we know all the work that we put into creating our podcast. Everyone works hard.
right.
Everyone knows the struggles. Everyone knows that we don't have all the answers to everything. So to be able to go somewhere and at least have it steer you in the right direction and show you some basic steps to podcasts, because eventually you're gonna learn some stuff on your own as well.
Right,
You're gonna
And
do the
I tell you,
research
and the only thing the only thing that there's more of podcasters is people helping people with podcasts.
yeah. But the need is but the need is there. That's what I'm saying. It's not like the need isn't there. There's
I think that the real need is like getting people to keep going. That's
yes.
I think the actual problem is people starting.
So being able to give them that option and have it at an affordable rate.
Yeah, I mean, we've almost done 100 live shows, right?
Yeah.
And it's funny because the live show started way back when Tina did the first indie pods, right?
Yes.
And so you had to do your show live.
So that's what which we all did. We all did.
Right, but I wasn't doing live shows then.
Yeah.
And so
neither was I.
So I got StreamYard or whatever I had, and then kind of that's what started that. So it's weird that it's been 100. I mean, we've only missed a few weeks in 2 years, so it's kind of crazy. And then on my podcast, what am I episode? I'm almost at 200. In January, I'll hit 200. It's not 200 weeks, but it'll be like 3 years in March, and I think March or May. I can't remember, but like I started doing 2 a week, but so the number jumped faster. But I mean, that's crazy amount. How many have you put out? You've put out.
Oh man, as far as my audio, because I was slacking on my audio once I started going live, I kind of slacked on my audio, but I'm getting back into releasing audio episodes. So I'm almost to 170 or as far as my audio. But as far as the lives, I've been going live since I don't know, July. And now I'm scheduled to do 3 shows a week, Monday through Wednesday. And I love it because it helps, especially going live. It helps with the editing.
Yep.
Because it's live. So
well, there's something too about like I would never edit a Crossing the Streams episode. You know what I mean? Like, if you watch it on YouTube, it is what it is. Because I think when people watch a live show or just a replay of a live show, none of the things that become bothersome or tiresome to your ears exist if you're watching it. Because you're seeing everything live. It's like when you just can hear it, then all of a sudden, you hear those things, things that you don't notice when it's just live and like us talking. If one of us goes or takes a breath, you're not going to even notice it. But on when you convert it to your just audio, then some things become more noticeable.
Yeah.
When I take you talking, sorry, my bad.
No, go ahead.
I was saying one thing you were talking about with like kind of sticking with the consistency of keeping the show going. I kind of experienced that back in 2020 because the show that I have now, I started back in 2020. And it's easy to get discouraged about it. I mean, back then we were going through a global, pandemic and things were a lot different because the show I have is based around sports and it's like a debate show about sports. And when you're doing 4 episodes in 4 weeks and the views really aren't that there, and then you've got the global pandemic, it's kind of discouraging. And I was, I kind of let it go for about a year and a half almost. Then brought it back, started doing live episodes from April until now every single week. And the growth has just been awesome to see. It's like I was going from barely getting like 5 or 10 views on YouTube to now I'm averaging at least 100 to 125 based on the people that have been from networking, like you and I were talking about beforehand, wise with going on other people's shows is big, like your show or Snowman's show, Rod's show, other people's shows. And then their fans either come to watch my stuff or vice versa. Mine go to watch theirs as well. So networking is really important. It's really important working with other people, building each other up, because it's like you said when you first jumped on here, sometimes you need help from other podcasters. And that was my case as well. You need help from others in order to kind of boost yourself up a little bit to keep it going.
Yeah, I mean, I was wise as rock for like months. I was like,
No, it was a struggle to get Jeff on my show. It
I've been
took
on
a
your
while.
show multiple times.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I've
Well, he's
never
not busy.
said.
Why? Give him a break, man.
He's been here.
You haven't asked in a
maybe
while.
twice.
I would go. Yeah. Twice is a lot, man. How many times do you wanted me to ramble on your show?
I don't know. But no, now this is his first time on the new incarnation of it. This is his first time on the live aspect of it. He was on the pre-recorded one, and then we did an audio one, I think.
Right.
I think they were both audio. They might just have both been audio.
So you have to get like Manycam, like then you can do stuff like that. Fred Carroll taught me that.
What's it called?
It's called Manycam. One
Manycam?
word, like many, yeah, MANYCAM, and you can have like tons of stuff.
You mean
like
you can do stuff like that?
Oh yeah, you got it. You got something.
Yeah,
What
I
do you use?
got the ATM Mini.
I don't know what that is. What's the AT? Is that like a soundboard or something?
It's a video board. Yeah.
Okay, so you have a video board. So this is like a video board for people that don't have video boards.
Okay.
For like Drew and I. I have a Rodecaster, but that's just sound.
See,
Of
I
course.
feel left out because y'all are in your studios. You got the mic set up. I haven't even been in the house yet. Like I pulled up from work.
You don't
And then
even
I
have a
thought-
ceiling.
I'm in the garage. So like I pulled up and like, Wise like talking about, trying to get me on. So when I pulled up, I like told him, send him a little message on there, and he hops on. Because if I go inside, I got to get ready. Once I go inside, I got to get ready for my show here shortly. But with that being said, Wise, I got to roll out of here in a second. But I want to give you one last thing. As we're heading to the new year and we're in the holidays, I got to give a shout out to my man Wise El Jefe for his logo making as well, which we hadn't touched on that yet. He made a logo for my show, and I still rock it every week. Looking forward to rocking it tonight. 8:05 p.m. Eastern on the Legacy Maker Sports Network. You can check out In or Out Sports Debate, episode 64, the holiday edition. And if you love holiday cartoons, there will be a few little Easter eggs in there that you will have to see as we keep it from sports, factual, and comedy at the same time. So get ready for some laughs, some entertainment, and some facts, because that's what we do there on the show.
All right, man. Thank you, Drew. Man, I appreciate you coming.
Nice meeting you, Drew.
brother.
Hey, nice meeting you too, Jeff. If we can do it again sometime.
Maybe
If I
you
wasn't
should
pressed
collab.
for time, I'd stick around a little longer.
Maybe
but
you
I
and
gotta
Jeff
get
could
ready.
collab one day. Who knows?
I don't know anything about sports. I just be like,
We know. I could tell. We could tell you don't play sports.
Yeah, but we could always talk about other things. There's so much more in life we could talk about. I'm just really good at talking about sports and really entertaining about it. It's kind of like if you think of that old comedian Sam Kinison from back in the day. It's like me.
So if you can talk, you can always talk comedy with Jeff. Jeff is a comedian.
Yeah, we could do that.
If you haven't noticed, Jeff is a comedian.
I'll check out Classic Conversations, after my show or went out tonight and send you and hit you up on Facebook or something, man. It's definitely nice to meet you. You guys have a great rest of the show. And Wise, if I don't talk to you before the holidays, you as well, Jeff. Happy and Merry holidays. Safe New Year. Be safe out there in these streets.
Same to you, brother, man. Peace.
Peace. Nice meeting you. Oh man, I thought you'd never leave.
So Jeff, man, I'm excited for you, man. I'm excited to get to speak at Podfest again. What are your plans? You have
I was
you
supposed
have
to
anything
speak
prepared?
last time too. I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't actually speak though. I mean, I did one little panel, but what happened was I was running, like Brian Green and I from the commercial break, we were running like a whole afternoon
Yeah.
together. And so we had our things and we had other people that were part of that. And Scott Dickers was supposed to be part of that, and there was just some confusion on the day and stuff. So I spent the whole time looking for him. He ended up doing it the next day, but
Yeah, I think
so
I went to that.
I
I got
ended
to
up not speaking. I ended up not doing anything. I was supposed to talk about Twitter and stuff, which now obviously is who cares. But I'm at Podfest. I'm talking about the art of celebrity interviewing.
because you had some amazing celebrities on your show.
Yes, but I do an immense amount of research and prep, so I'm talking about kind of my process for that, which I'm sure most people will think is insane, and but I think it works, and it's one of the greatest compliments ever is like when someone says to me, like if a guest says to me, "Oh, you really came in prepared," or like somebody listening like says, you can tell how much you know about your guests and stuff like that. So
Yeah, no, not me. I'm
Think-
never prepared. I'm
No.
never prepared. I just wanted to flow. Just
Well,
I do a little bit of
I-
research. I do a little bit of research, and so I can ask some basic conversation questions. But
I don't write down one question.
I don't write down questions.
I don't write down questions. My conversations flow. It's just, but you have to know. You have to have information to have the conversation.
Of course. I'm not. I shouldn't say I don't do my research. I do my research. I look up their profiles and I have them send me bios sometimes, and I use Podmatch, so it kind of works out because they kind of have their bio in Podmatch and whatever photos
Bio
they
gives you
use.
nothing. Bio gives you almost nothing.
No, they have
Can't talk
they
to
have enough. They have enough. They have enough. They even give you questions you can ask.
Yeah, so your interview's the same as everyone else.
No, I don't say. I didn't. You can use them. I didn't say I use them.
Ask Jeff about his feelings of comedy and
I don't.
in the 80s versus the 90s.
I didn't say I use them.
I'm saying it's like
for other people who
I just think it's funny,
might not,
right?
who might not know.
Yeah,
Hey, this helps them out. Gives them basic questions. You can tell my questions. I would just ask questions.
You just use the pod deck for Travis's pod deck. Yeah.
I was using pod deck. Yes. Hey, listen, that's what got me started. I'm not gonna lie. Matter of fact, you know what?
I love Travis. He's awesome.
Oh yeah, Travis did. Oh man, he rocks. Matter of fact, you know what? We're gonna play a game. Just because you brought it up, we're gonna play Would You Rather. We're gonna bring that back. Okay.
All right, but just for a little bit. Then I just wanted to stop in and say happy.
Okay, we wouldn't do 3 questions. That's
sure,
three,
sure.
and that's it.
Let's do it. Go ahead.
All right. No, that one's an easy one. Oh, I kicked him out. Let me bring him back on. There we go. All right.
Back.
You're back. All right. Okay. Would you rather be covered in bees or spiders?
I think bees.
Bees. You want to get stung?
Well, you know what? I gotta say, I was watching a video. I think it was on TikTok where it was a woman who, like, barehanded, like no bee costumes or anything. Not costumes. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about.
She didn't have.
And she lifts up the board, and they're moving a hive because this hive is now in this, under this floorboards, and she's with her hand is just moving the bees. Now, sure, she could have got stung and they could have edited that out. But I mean, it's insane. She's moving the bees into this other thing. I mean, it gave me hope that you could not panic and not get stung. So that's why I chose bees.
Bees? Okay. All right. Would you rather be forced to high five everyone you make eye contact with, or strike up conversations with at least 5 strangers a day?
I think to my wife's chagrin, I'd rather start up 5 conversations.
I think I would go with that one as well.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to make contact with everybody I make eye contact with. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the last question, and then you can go do what you have to do. All right. So would you rather your fingers always feel sticky, or your throat always feel itchy?
Oh, fingers.
Fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I hate like
you're married, so your fingers are always sticky anyway. So
I hate anything in my throat. No, I do, like, sometimes, like, in the middle of the night, you can get a little phlegm in your throat.
Yeah,
And so you're
that's
like,
annoying.
you're
That's
trying to
annoying.
swallow. And then I feel like I have to sleep on my pillows, prop up my pillows so that my head is more at an angle so that I don't choke to death.
But
So
thank
you hit
but
on
I
all my
appreciate you, brother.
psychoses. So
But I appreciate you coming by, brother, man. This is fun as always.
yeah, no. I saw your link and I'm like, I'm there. So all right, brother.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
Appreciate you. All right. Talk soon.
Later. Bye. Big shout out to my man Jeff Dewaskin for coming through, man. This is thanks for everybody who's stopping by, man. I appreciate it, man. This is fun. Sig and Latina. Latina's Legacy Sports Makers. Yeah, Legacy Sports Makers. I think that's what it was. Let me make sure though. I'm almost positive. On Legacy Sports Makers. I'm not. In and Out Sports Debate, and it's on Legacy Maker Sports Network. The Legacy Maker Sports Network. That's what it is. Appreciate it, Sick, as always, brother. So yeah, Latina, that's it. Legacy Maker Sports Network. That's what the channel is. So everybody check out Drew on his show. It's a great show. Definitely check out Jeff Dewaskin, Classic Conversations with Jeff Dewaskin. Also, he has some great guests on, so definitely check him out. Check out Snowman in the Morning every morning, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on. You can check it out on the BS3 network. So many other networks, but BS3, check him out on his YouTube channel. Snowman and Digital Media as well. Big shout out to my man Rod, man, from the Rod Uncensored podcast. He's a great dude, even though he be trolling everybody, but he does it for fun. Thank you. I have it and I subbed already. All right, Latino, no problem. I'm glad you came by. I appreciate you coming by. It's always glad to have support. I appreciate it. Oh, there we go. Look who's here. My man Kevin Neary. What's going on, brother?
Oh my God, I am ready for the holiday seasons right now. I just got back from Walmart, and it's
How was your experience at Walmart?
listen, Walmart's not bad. I realized something, that people work the self-checkouts faster than the cashiers could ever do their paid job. So as much as people are complaining about the self-checkouts, guys, you're doing a great job. You're literally taking it over better.
Listen, I go. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoy going through self checkout.
I don't mind. I mean, listen, I could steal easier. Okay, I can get out of there faster.
We don't condone stealing here. We don't condone stealing here, everyone.
Oh no. Listen,
I'm this is just Kevin. These are things Kevin does. That's it.
The only fight inflation anymore. The only way to fight inflation anymore is to just steal. Okay, that's the only way we got to do it. If big businesses like Walmart can't handle us stealing from them on a daily basis, they got to roll back them prices. I rolled back my own price today, Wise. Free.
Oh,
no, that's just a joke.
Yeah.
Don't go to jail. Don't go to jail for stealing before Christmas.
Don't. Yes, don't go to jail. He's just joking. These are jokes. Some of you know, Kevin is a comedian. These are just jokes, people. Don't take it serious. We do not recommend you go to Walmart and roll back any prices to free. No.
Yeah, like some people have been taking Facebook a little bit too seriously, man. I got to remind everybody out there, just a quick reminder. Facebook is just there to show you commercials. Okay? They're not caring about your free speech. Facebook, this is what Facebook cares about. And I'll tell you right now, I got this question today, they're Wise, right? They asked me if I have ever recognized the brand Dixie cups. Okay. They also asked me if I've ever shopped specifically for a Snickers bar. They've never asked me how I feel about January 6th. Okay. They've never asked me how I feel about a COVID vaccine. They've never asked me these things. So I just tell them things that they ask me. Like, yes, I've seen a Dixie cup before, and Red Solo cup or whatever. I don't have any preference and choice. They're just there for the commercials, and people are going nuts over this whole thing. They're into full-fledged arguments. They'll suspend both people. By the way, Facebook suspension people kind of have that same explanation. Don't they have like the same startup of how they got kicked out of the fucking Applebee's? You know, or they're like, you wouldn't believe what happened at Applebee's. Like, what? Why? How did you get kicked out of the Applebee's? It's like, well, I shouldn't have, because it's my freedom of speech to tell that bartender he's a, you know, fill in the blank words. Huh?
Yeah.
I couldn't find.
So what's going? So how was the show yesterday? I heard you had an amazing guest yesterday.
We really did. We had Eric Rearer on, and he was just outstanding. I mean, we're gonna try to hook him up with you, man. Like, you're gonna love this guy. This guy is outstanding. He's an illusionist, illusionist, mentalist.
I'm always looking for some great conversation and some great entertainment. Definitely make it happen.
Yeah, this guy was cool. Yeah, absolutely. This guy was very cool, like all around. I mean, you know, he's been through the entertainment industry, as have we've all been vetted at that one point. At that one point of your life, you're at that peak period, and you get told one way or another. You know, either people want to sign you, they want to take everything away from you. That's why, like, you know, you look at things like Kanye West's reaction to reading his contracts nowadays, right? Where he's like, I just got done reading this. And it's like, whoa, relax, Kanye. You know, you can't read
that contract.
You can't claim.
So this is
absolutely.
This is Bobby J's idea to a contract. He says if it's more than 3 pages, I'm not signing it.
Well, that's not a good idea. You know, because you could have a whole page dedicated to.
He's saying if it's more than 3 pages, they're trying to rip you off.
So Bobby Bonilla's contract.
Bobby Bonilla.
Bobby Bonilla. Yeah, Bonilla, yes. Bonilla. Yeah.
So I celebrate Bobby Bonilla every year. I'm a Yankee fan.
So his contract was 48 pages long. So I think he's doing pretty good. You know?
Oh no, but see that's the Mets' fault. They really thought they thought, oh yeah, we're gonna push this back and you get paid. But now he's get paid every year to 2037. And it's
the Mets had some of that money free up because Major League Baseball said that the Mets didn't have to pay Darryl Strawberry his whole entire contract, and the only reason they signed Strawberry and Doc Gooden was to flip off the Yankees and be like, hey, look what we got. And the Yankees gave him the finger back later in life. So the Mets were like, oh man, the Yankees want who now? Oh no. Let's give him whatever he wants. So his agent used that to his leverage. It was an amazing idea.
Well, but it's funny because they just signed Edwin Diaz and he has deferred money as well. And that's just what the Mets do.
Yeah, and this is why you're not going to win a World Series when you're just signing players out of spite. Like you got these spite contracts out there.
I'm happy that they signed Justin Verlander. They got him out here in the American League, so they hurt Houston in the process. So I can't complain for that signing, but it's the Mets. They'll find some way. They're like the Dallas Cowboys. They find a way to mess it up.
Now the Cowboys, they went into overtime, but I'll give them credit. Their wide receiver didn't throw the ball away like the Patriots wide receiver Jacoby Myers. You are never gonna live that down. You saw that last play of the game.
That play of the game. Yes.
For the love of God, take the tie. I mean, it reminded me of that old South Park episode where both teams kind of want to lose. And, like when the kids are playing Little League and they hate the game so much because it's very boring and they want to just go out and enjoy their summer. So that's what that Raiders Patriots overtime reminded me of. I'm like, nobody really wants to win this game, do they?
No, that's kind of how like the Giants and Redskins played that
Oh, I bet on
couple
the
weeks back.
Giants. That was an easy one.
A couple
There
weeks
was
back.
so the Commanders, they don't really have much of an identity. They tried to get one earlier in the season with Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz can put up individual stats for himself, no problem. But when it comes to actually getting a rhythm to the offense and accumulating himself with a run game and a pass game, he puts the game way too hard on his back that's already been through 2 surgeries. If that makes any sense. Now you got Taylor Heineke in there to replace Carson Wentz after he gets a broken finger. And Heineke, listen, you could tell who has talent and who wants to be as talented as the guy that has talent. Heineke is a very wants to be talented kind of guy. He's a hardworking quarterback. The players respond to him correctly. But if you have 13 yards to go to win the game, you're not going to put the ball in his hands. It shouldn't be there. It's not going to happen. He needs a lead, and he can protect the lead.
But he's been doing pretty well. He's helped them, especially from when they started. He's helped them come back and at least have a respectable season, which he did again last year. He did that last year as well. So for me, I thought he should have started from the beginning. I thought the
unsung hero.
The Commanders. I'm sorry. I thought the Commanders should have had him start from the beginning. I thought trading for Carson Wentz, who first of all failed miserably in Indianapolis.
One game away from. Wait a second. Hold on now. 1 game away from the playoffs. Blowing the last game. 1 game away from the playoffs.
Blowing the last 2 games. Blowing the last 2 games.
The last game.
Blowing the last 2 games.
Normally, people are saying he's a better quarterback than Carson Wentz. Matt Ryan has a worse record as a Colts quarterback. Now, let's not leave it out of accountability. The Colts don't really have a wide receiver room that makes your dick get hard at all. At the time, who did Carson Wentz have?
Oh, yeah, they have
Michael Pittman, a 33-year-old T.Y. Hilton. That he's like, I don't even realize how I still work.
T.Y. Hilton T.Y. Hilton is on the Dallas Cowboys.
Now he's on the Cowboys this year. I'm referring to last year when you called Carson Wentz's disaster season with the Colts. And it wasn't a disaster season.
The Colts are going to lose the rest of.
What I'm saying is, if Brian Robinson didn't get shot 4 times, that's when the Commanders really started winning. When they could establish the run with Brian Robinson and Gibson in the backfield, run McKissick on the slot, and run Samuels and Terry McLaurin on the wing players, because at least then you had an extra mobile blocker. Carson Wentz ended up on his ass more times, not because players just couldn't get open. It's because they were running these little scat lineups for the goddamn tight end at the time, and it just wasn't. It was too safe of a setup for some odd reason. This guy's got a good arm, and they allow it. And then, well, sometimes you throw an interception once in a while. I mean, listen, I'm a Dolphins fan, and I can tell you right now, Tua is not the answer. We had to spend $250 million, $250 million just to make Tua look slightly average. Holy crap. Tua's comeback win is the biggest touted thing against the Ravens. When he didn't come back, he threw it to wide receivers that he threw it for 8 yards, okay? He threw it for 8 yards, and they'd run 20 with it. Okay, so he's got these talented wide receivers such as Jalen Waddle. Tyreek Hill is probably the best wide receiver in the league next to Justin Jefferson. You got a lot of talent. You got a lot of talent on the Dolphins team. But what is Tua without that talent? What's Carson Wentz without that talent? And when you boil it down, that's where you really find out who these talented quarterbacks actually are. And it comes down to Pat Mahomes, probably top dog right now still. Joe Burrow's a nice addition to throw with Herbert
Joe Burrow's
and Josh Allen.
He's one of the top. He's one of, to me, this is the top 5. This is the top 5 quarterbacks to me. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen number 2, Joe Burrows is number 3. Who else is there? Trying to think. Jalen Hurts.
Hurts is nice,
4.
yeah.
Jalen Hurts is 4th right now. And the number 5, Oh man, who's number 5? Who's I'm trying to think because I'm not a big Lamar Jackson fan. He's not a passing quarterback to me.
You ever see his throwing form? It gets out there. It's got it's got velocity on it, but
I
it
don't.
looks like
To me, Deshaun Watson still not. No.
Deshaun Watson, believe it or not, has an identical stat line to Matt Ryan. Identical. So when people like to, they'll stereotype a black quarterback as if they're a running quarterback. But Deshaun Watson really doesn't run with the ball
No.
any more than Matt Ryan runs with the ball. Statistically, the numbers don't lie. They
Yeah.
line up perfectly. The passing percentage, the touchdown to interception ratio, almost identical quarterbacks. Now, don't get me wrong, they don't look the same, but that's how you find out exactly how much people actually watch football compared to they don't watch football, and they just say, "Well, Deshaun Watson, I've seen what he looks like, and he's a running quarterback." It's like, well, not really. He's getting his wind back to him. I love Deshaun Watson. I don't know how I know how most women must feel about him after he asked for, or suggestively asked for, extra dressing on his massage or whatever the hell, or undressings from his massage. But bigger question.
Yes.
What do you want for Christmas?
What do I want for Christmas?
Yeah, and
I
it's
want
got to
the
be
Roadcaster
stuff. It
2.
can't be.
I
Huh?
want the Roadcaster 2.
What is that?
You don't know what the Roadcaster is?
No. I have no idea.
It's the mixing board for podcasters.
Oh shit! All right, Roadcaster 2.
Yes. Roadcaster Pro
So
2.
good that
yes.
they needed a sequel, right?
Yeah, I still have the first one, and I love using it. But
Oh,
the
shit.
second one has so many more features. It actually has where it has voice changer on it, which I'm excited. I'm looking forward to using.
Weiss, listen, of all people that don't need a voice changer, people try to change
No,
their
but
voice to
it's
make it
not-
sound like you.
No, but I don't. It's not to make it sound any better. It's to have fun when I do intros, or when I do.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. All right.
It's not just to. It's to maybe if I want to prank somebody,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I mean,
Look who
I'm
it
just saying
is.
you have a
Your
good
partner in
good
crime.
voice.
Your partner in crime is out there sharing our messages.
Well, isn't that weird? Tony
Chat,
Cash
see you in
from the
chat.
Pod Guys podcast, airing every
Yes.
10:30 p.m. at Monday night. He's LOL a voice changer. Tony says.
Yes.
We've had some fun. We've been getting getting a lot of cool guests on. Tony does all the legwork for that kind of stuff, and because he's better with quality control, I can suggest one of my friends, and they can come on sometimes.
You're just a talent, man. You're just a talent.
No, sometimes I'm
Well,
not even that. Sometimes I'm
Tony's
just
the
filler
brains.
work.
We know Tony's the brains. Not even we know Sparky's the brains.
Sparky runs the whole show. We are projections of Sparky's illusions.
Shout out
inside
to
of
Sparky. Big shout out to Sparky, man. Has his collection grown even more?
So we had this mentalist on, and we had the mentalist try to guess what he was drawing, and the guy got it right like every time. So it was like it was like a really weird episode,
Oh man, I
'Cause
gotta check it out.
Yeah, we don't really get into the kind of paranormal stuff. I'm not one of them believes in ghosts. And a dude asked me a question yesterday. He says, "Do you believe that the future is always able to be predicted?" And I said, absolutely, because I believe that time will always move forward. And so if somebody says that time will always move forward, then they have predicted the future correctly, 100%. So there you go. That was my that's the logic behind it. I'm not saying that,
Okay.
yeah. Well, it's
How's
true.
the fiance?
Why is it
how's the
true?
fiance? How's the fiance doing?
She's doing great. I mean, we talk every night, and we're just getting the paperwork all ready with. I love her to death, man. If there's anybody that and I try not to tell too many people. I mean, I told you off air, and I try not to tell too many people up to the point because people give their own judgments and stuff, and that's fine for them. But we always try to.
Fuck other people. That's the point. Other people's opinion don't fucking matter.
Yeah, I totally agree, but I can respect their opinion enough to not
Man,
tell them
fuck
enough
their
about my
opinion.
personal life, you know?
They could take their opinion and stuff that shit.
Wise, you should hear the questions I'm asked that are just like, I don't even want to say borderline racist or offensive because they are, but I know that it's not coming from a bad place, right?
It don't matter. They can
Here, you want to hear the list of questions?
go ahead.
Are you guys gonna do 90-day fiance?
How I knew that was gonna come up. How I knew that was gonna
I'm
be
thinking to myself,
one of the questions.
and she gets so angry about that. She's like, no, we're not. You know, she's very
She does a vlog.
polite.
She does a vlog, right?
She does vlog. You can find a Jen's vlog on YouTube. Jen's vlog on YouTube if you want to watch a long distance relationship story such as mine and Janiza Bahag's story. She'll soon be Janiza Neary. We're gonna do the reuniting when I pick her up from the airport video, of course. And that stuff's all done. It's all done live. There's no take twos or anything like that. So we're just so madly in love, man. I just I never really met anybody that I could truly get along with in every facet of life that is really important to me. Like, I can't tell you how much I appreciate it when I can't hear somebody eat their own food. Man, that is amazing. And I don't like to talk when I'm eating food. She doesn't like to either. No talk. We'll talk and discuss the meal after the fact, and talk about that kind of stuff. But just like the same values to a degree. Obviously we're not going to agree on everything, but on the major stuff we agree on. And that's the important part. She's very skilled. She's very fluent in 4 different languages. She speaks Tagalog, Cebuano, English, and Japanese. She's very smart person all around. Just unusually short. How
Yeah, I saw the pictures.
yeah, very short. She's like 5 foot tall. So sometimes I can't see her, and then you do, and then you step on the person by mistake, and you don't want to step on them. But yeah, you get an invite to the wedding if you want to come to the wedding. You are 100% invited. You bring your wife, bring your family.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I definitely want to show up. What's up? What's going on to my homegirl Brandy, my sister in podcasting, Brandy? What's going on? She goes, oh, she's so happy for you. She says she's a keeper.
She's a keeper. Yeah.
Yes, Brandy. Yeah. So, but yeah, me and the wife definitely come to the weddings. So Kevin is one of the few fellow podcasters that I've actually met in person. And it's funny how
Kevin,
and it's funny how me and Kevin found so we had done the pod guys, and we had met before, like we did the show, and then I go and I for everybody don't know, I'm a table games dealer, but I go play at Mohegan Sun in here in Pennsylvania, and I go to Johnny Rockets, and I'm sitting down with me and my wife. We're having it, and this waiter comes next to me, and he starts talking, and of course this is during COVID, so he had a mask on, and I had my mask on, and we're just sitting there, and he's talking, and I'm like, man, I know this dude. I know this dude. And I go, Neary. He goes, why?
Yeah, it definitely did click after a minute or two, because for a lot of people out there, you talk to your friends, and when you talk to somebody that on a professional level, and you've done the pod guys, we've done Stuck in Our Mind, and we've done another podcast together as well, you're only seeing each other and you're only hearing each other's voices. Sometimes you don't have the quality of the video to go along. So you're just hearing the voice. So to have the mask on, because it's mandatory, you have to, at that point in time, have the mask on. It's kind of like, it would kind of be the same equivalence of 2 blind people, because you can't see each other. 2 blind people basically just saying, hey, is that you? Yeah, that's you. Yeah. So it's just so yeah, my daytime job, I serve tables up at the casino. It's not a bad job. I live very close by. I do the podcasting, I do the comedy, I do the options trading online and voiceover work, of course. I just you keep as busy as possible, and it feels like I get checked for diabetes every now and then because you ever take those naps midway through the day and you wake up and you say this has to be diabetes, and then you realize how much you fucking work.
For me,
You're like,
for me, it's just I'm old.
You're old. You're not that. You're not old. How old are you? Maybe you are old. Who knows?
I'm 46 years old, but
46 ain't
I
bad.
recommend naps to everyone. I highly recommend naps to everyone.
Yeah, naps are good.
Naps are really good. No, naps are wonderful.
Yeah, they do it for kids. Like they do it for kids, and Mexico has the siesta thing going on. I think
Well, a
they're
lot
onto something.
a lot of South American countries have siestas.
Yeah, what the hell is wrong with get the siesta in
12
there?
to 2. We're the only country that don't celebrate siesta. We need siesta.
We're the only country that tells we have the same policy that China does when it comes to having a child. Back to work. Get back to work. What do you mean you don't want to get back to work? You don't want to work for your freedom? That means you want to sponge off of somebody else. The people that sponge off of others normally, now I'm imagining the person, all right? And they are fully capable, not working, and a millionaire, okay? If that and a millionaire part isn't there and not working at the same time, then you're not sponging. You're just born without money. And don't worry, they made up money one day, all right? You'd be fine if we all just took what we needed, but just throwing it out there. I don't want to be called a communist or anything like that.
I appreciate you coming on the show, brother. Now it's time for you to just plug away, man. Let them know where they can find the Pod Guys and everything else.
Oh man, you can find the Pod Guys podcast every Monday night on Facebook Live. We go live every Monday at 10 o'clock p.m. Sometimes we're a little late, so if it pops up, just follow us on Facebook, the Pod Guys podcast. We replace the S with a Z there. So, and then you'll see us on Spotify as well, Spreaker. Most importantly, Wise Radio. We are on Wise Radio.
Actually, hold on. I have to stop you there because the station is down. We stopped it because it was a lot of work. It's too much work. I couldn't continue to program the station, and so for now it's down. We're gonna eventually down the line rebrand it and bring it back, but for right now, the station it's just a lot of work, man.
I'm more relieved. I'm kind of relieved over that because I thought you were going to say, "Hold on, you've been canceled."
No, you're not canceled. Real Wise Radio is just on hiatus for now. That we're just going to work on. I got so much other things that I'm trying to work on, and it was just a lot of work. So
yeah, especially you got to be the producer, the radio manager, the person making the schedule.
It was a lot of work. Yeah, it was a lot of work. And then especially then with me doing my show now live 3 days a week and me helping produce other shows and then doing Snowman in the morning, Thursdays and Friday. It's a lot. And now I have another show I'm starting to do. Then I do Poppy J and Y. It was like, yeah, maybe I need to scale back on something.
Yeah, I mean, well, you never know how much you can. They say you never know how much you can eat until you overfill your plate, and then you get a better idea, sort of thing. It's just tough, man. It gets to be draining, and then you have people that are in the audience and they are totally needed. But you get the I call them the golden arches advice. People that don't ever do anything as far as entertainment, but they got some advice. All right.
Yeah. But thank you once again, brother. I appreciate it. It's always a pleasure having you on, and I definitely got to come back on the Pod Guys, man.
Yeah, man, get the hell on here. You got to come on as like a guest. You do
are you still doing your solo stuff or no?
Yeah, I had to give that a break because I got a little busy on other podcasts and then doing some comedy shows and then writing. Of course, I'm trying to get a movie script together, like a movie that I want to watch because I'm very critical on movies. So I'm just thinking to myself, Kev, why don't you just write one yourself? Why don't you just write a good movie yourself?
You can star in it. You can put your friends like me in it.
Yeah, exactly. So,
I like that.
you
I like
know,
that plan. I like
you like
that.
that? No, well, why is I would write a character. I would write a character that you would be able to play naturalistically.
Of
Like
course. I'm not a
something that
professional
wouldn't
actor,
be.
so yeah, you
You
would have to
know,
give me something where I could just be myself.
if you've ever seen somebody try to do too much range, where you're like, well, what the hell are they doing there? Like when what's his face put on a fat Christian Bale, amazing actor, but don't put on a fat suit and call yourself Dick Cheney. Just get a fat actor, okay? Colin Farrell, Batman movie, okay?
Penguin. He played the
CGI, all
penguin.
that bullshit.
He
You
played the
know,
penguin.
yeah, play the penguin. Dude, just find a fat actor, okay? Or my least favorite of all time, Martin Scorsese, great director, great producer, amazing. Dude, if De Niro's too old for the role, just get somebody else. Just get somebody else. There's plenty of talented actors out there. Call
Yeah.
them up. Do a casting. Don't be lazy about it. But he's at that point where he can be lazy and successful at the same time, and it doesn't matter. So it's kind of it's kind of like when he can romance about being a struggling director one day. But I'm sorry, I'm just rambling on here.
It's okay,
We're good.
but we're ending the show now anyway. But thanks, brother. Appreciate it, man.
No problem. No problem. Told you I'd be on.
I
Where
know
is
you
he at?
did. But thank you. Later, brother. Because I'm about to end it, and so now it's
Yeah, end
time
it up.
for shoutouts. Big shout out to everybody who stopped by. Drew Willingham. Big shout out to Kevin Neary again for stopping by. Big shout out to Jeff DeWaskin for stopping by. Sick Diggy, Rod Uncensored, Latina in Cali, my homegirl Brandy, Tony Kaz, Ben, Ape Hizzle. If I missed anybody, Sarah, my cousin Fonzo, my man Harold. Definitely check out his show as well. Everybody out there, man, I appreciate you. Love you guys. It's been great. Again, I'm excited for the future. We got some great things coming out on Real Wise Productions. Me and Cole Johnson are doing something that's going to come out next year. Of course, check out Poppy J and Wise El Jefe every Friday night on the BS3 network, 10 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. Eastern time. And check out all the content creators that's in the chat. Check out their pages. Go look them up. They have some great shows, man. I am blessed to have some amazing friends that create some great content. So definitely support them. Check it out. And you know how your boy Wise does it. Peace out.